Sup everyone, welcome back to another episode of Weekly Manga Drop. This week we'll be talking about a manga that's a little different this time around. We're going to talk about the Rising of the Shield Hero, also otherwise known as Tate no Yusha no Niyagari. It's been localized by One Piece Books. Ho ho, One Piece Books. I see what you did there. It was released in November 17, 2015, so it's actually been out for quite a while now. You can buy it off Amazon and your local bookstore. It's easy to find, though you probably won't find it in stores exactly. A lot of the time you'll have to order them in. You know, all that good jazz. Alright, so enough of that. Let's get into the meat and potatoes of this video. Let's talk about the story. So first off, this starts off as an alternate world manga where the hero is summoned into an alternate world to become, well, one of 4 heroes. The story mostly follows Naofumi's adventures, who is the main character, the hero of the shield, of course. And the whole thing is, right off the bat, you can already tell that he's a little ostracized from everybody else. Other than the fact that he came in a different fashion than everybody else as well. He was summoned through a book, while then again, the other people, it isn't very clear how they were summoned as well. But we only know that he came in through a book, and the others seem that they were summoned through a game, I guess. I don't know, you know, the basic stuff. So anyways, after the heroes are all summoned up and they're all introduced to the king and the summoner, you know, how most of these heroes summoning to another world story goes. They bring in adventurers that can join them into their quest and all that. And everybody gets somebody to join their team. The whole thing is, Naofumi ends up the only one that has, well, nobody. Nobody joins him from the get-go. It's only Main actually joins him right afterwards. But even there, it feels like it's mostly out of pity. And after the first day goes by, they train a little together. All kinds of stuff happen, and then the biggest moment of the entire manga happens. The moment that comes through, the moment that just puts all the manga together, the moment that you've all been waiting for, the betrayal. Now I won't spoil how it happened or anything that points towards how it happens, because I've already spoiled enough as it is, and well, the rest you'll have to find out on your own. But basically this whole betrayal happens, and it really weighs on him for the rest of the story. Like, he can't trust nobody, he's always on his toes around everyone and all that. And it even goes to the point where he has to actually buy slaves to argument his party, because nobody wants to join him because of that whole betrayal. But it's not all bad. He starts to soften up because of the slave that he owns, because turns out that the first slave he ends up buying is a little girl, which kind of becomes kind of a daughter figure to him. And well, she's the only one who can use a sword in his party, really. So here's a little thing that I skimmed over a little while back, but he can't use any weapons, because using any weapons other than the legendary weapon that he has is a breach of the contract. So any sword that he tries to use literally gets flung out of his hand. It's kind of funny to see, actually, and well, kind of unnerving, really. As time passes by, he gains more people to join his party on, but that's to be expected, really. I mean, can you imagine if he only had just this girl in his party? Really wouldn't get very far now, would he? But as I said before, he starts to soften up because of her, and his actions go against what the whole rumor about him is. And even the people around him starts to soften up to him eventually. So, yeah. Story's good. It features betrayal, it features love, it features bitches getting fucking curb stomped. Oh yeah, it goes that far. Anyways, so let's move on to how the book is presented now. The book is well presented, in all honesty. I mean, you look at it, the art flows naturally. I mean, I'm not saying that the art is anything like Spice and Wolf level or anything, but it's fairly pretty, and in all honesty, it's pleasant to read. The effects are on point, and they really drive the point of the current scene on. Like the faces that the people make, the reactions, everything is mwah, it's good shit. Because of the way that the book is presented, in all honesty, you actually start to feel for the characters. You start to be like, what the fuck is this bullshit, man? Fuck this bitch. Fucking get her raped all day long or something, man. Like, what the fuck, man? Fuck you, bitch. Oh, I apologize. My emotions started to get the best of me. 'Cause fuck that bitch. But anyways, so finally, this is definitely a good read to recommend. It's not exactly a short book. I mean, the chapters are fairly long, and in all honesty, I feel like one book encompasses maybe around 5 chapters or so, maybe 4. And although it is chock filled with information, and I don't really recommend it if you don't already read these type of mangas, or if you haven't never played any MMOs and all that, because there will be a few MMO lingo inside the manga as well. So, yeah. But it's definitely recommended. You should definitely give it a try. Even if you don't play MMOs or the like, anything like that. Who knows? You might still enjoy it anyways. In all honesty, the game function of the whole manga isn't really all that high, and it does a pretty good job of explaining what is happening and how certain skill trees work and all that. So anyways, I reserve judgment to you. If you want to read it, go for it. If you don't want to, I ain't mad. This is just a recommendation after all. Weekly manga drops. Get with it. So this has been Weekly Manga Drop episode 2. I want to thank you guys for watching and keep reading manga. Good night.